Welcome to Insta Youth Group. Today we're going to talk about how we care for other people. We have our good friends here to tell you a quick story.
Hi, I'm here to tell you a short story from 1 Kings chapter 3. One day, there were two mothers who were living in ancient Israel, and they gave birth to two beautiful babies.
Gucci, Gucci, goo.
Aren't you the cutest baby?
But one day, tragedy had struck, and one of the babies had died. But both the mothers had claimed that their child was the living child. So this case was brought up to King Solomon. He had thought about the case and thought about the claims that were given from both mothers. He then said,
"Bring me a sword. I will divide the baby in two so that each mother can have their half."
Fine by me.
No way. I'd rather that the baby be raised by her than kill it.
King Solomon had realized that the real mother would do anything for the safety of her child.
"We know who the mother is. You may have the baby. That was very noble of you."
And that's the end.
So what does it look like when we really care for someone or something? The mom was willing to sacrifice her only child in order to protect her. Sometimes we have to make big sacrifices for the people that we love. It's one way that we can show how much we really care for each other. Perhaps you have given up your time to serve someone else, or you've shared your iPhone charger with your siblings, or perhaps you're keeping your distance from them in the midst of this pandemic to protect them. God made sacrifices for us. That's what Jesus' death was all about. We just have to put the same effort into loving each other. John 15:17 puts it like this: "No one has greater love than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends." So, what does care look like for you?
Well, my family is a big part of my life, and one big way that we show care for one another is at the end of the night, or at the end of like a long day at school or something, we all come together at the dinner table and we all talk about what's going on in our lives and what's going to happen the next week.
I take care of other people by just sitting and listening to their problems and anything they need to get off their mind, and trying to give them advice as much as possible, especially during this quarantine. I've been checking up on my friends a lot more often because we don't get to see each other every day. So yeah.
One way someone has cared for me was being able to listen to me when I've gone through a tough time, because during this tough time I feel a lot of emotions that I can't really get out unless I talk to someone.
So one way that I care for someone else is by writing a little note or letter to them, whether that's digital or a physical piece of paper. I will write down things that I admire about them to let them know that they are worthy and that they are awesome.
So, let's try and find ways that we can love other people over the next few days by putting aside your wants for theirs.
And we will be singing the hippo song. Ready, Abby? Yes. In the beginning, God made the seas and the forest filled with trees. God made the mountains up so high. Above it all, God made the skies. God's fingerprints are everywhere, just to show how much He cares. And in between, God had some fun. He made a hippo that weighed a ton. Hippopotamus. 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 Yay!
You are a child of God, holy and dearly loved.
Jesus loves you, and so do I.
I'm Abby.
And I'm Alex.
So, but Andy, why'd you look at me? Start over. You want me to start over?